Well, and hello there. So I now have a much better understanding of how these work, because I cut it out of this one. Yeah. So what I've got here is a little crossbar, and what happens is when you rotate to the correct one, this crossbar, and you can see how it moves backwards as I pull down, as I change the wheels. So what happens is once you get to the correct one, this will actually fall forward. It won't, because I've broken it, but it's this will actually come forward, so you can see how you can push it backwards and it can fall forward into the grooves of the correct numbers there. Which is very interesting. So this is how that bypass, where you put a notch decoder through here, you actually grab onto this bar and you're pulling it forward. That's what gives you the tension, so that you can feel when it goes into the notches of the reels there. But you know, everybody else out there just does it and it instantly works. I really could not feel anything with it, so let me just do this and show you what's going on. One moment please. Anyway, okay. Oh, messed it up by opening it before. So you've got this copper looking thing. It's copper colour. And that sits on the wheels and gives it some pressure and that clicking motion. That clicking sound. You see, yeah, so when I'm turning one wheel, all of the wheels are turning, so that's something I messed up when I opened it up. But this is the bar. How interesting is that? So this is the bar that you hook onto to pull forward, which is very interesting. And yeah, so it's no wonder I don't feel anything. I'm not able to feel any flat spots, because it doesn't look like, oh, there are flat spots. Kind of hard to see. Yeah, there's still a flat spot. It's really hard to see. I'll do a close-up photo, but there are still flat spots. It's hard to see because the bloody thing reflects so much. Light right into my face. Yeah, I just wanted to kind of take it apart to see how it all works and fits together. Because then you can understand how to get around it, you see. So that's the lever for opening it. You got a spring, and you got, yes, this is on the wheel there. So there's a, does seem to be a flat spot. Yes. So these are plastic. Didn't know they were plastic. So if that comes up on camera, there is a flat spot there. How interesting. So take off one wheel. Then you have the plastic dealing, which is, that might be why. Okay. So when you pull this up to then change the combination, this must, okay. Oops. Now everything's just fallen apart. Oh. So what I think is happening is when you push the thing to, it moves all the black pieces out. And then so, yeah, okay. So it pushes the black pieces out, because at the moment you can't rotate it. Because, I wish I had a better lighting system here. I don't know if you can see that, but it's obviously not round. There's almost like a cog in the middle there. And so once that's in there, there are little notches on the inside of these which fit into that, which then stop it from turning. Ah, there you go, there you go. Nice. Very nice, very nice. I wonder if I can turn on the flash. Oh, beautiful. Very nice. That's better. And so that's interesting. So I didn't quite realize how they worked. But yeah, so that locks it in place there, which is interesting. Very interesting. So then when you're changing the combination, it's actually around, yeah, whichever way. So when you change the combination, it pushes that black centerpiece out a little bit, so then you can freely rotate these. Then when you get to the right spot, pushes it back in, and that locks in where that flat spot is. There you go. So why the bloody hell can I not feel that flat spot? At least this gives a bit of an idea, because I've not yet seen anybody tear this apart and do this. So I'm sure everybody out there knows a lot more about this stuff than I do, but nobody has freaking well done this. Lockpicking Lawyer did do a short bit in one of his videos where he's pulled this apart like I have, and he's shown you that hooking onto this part is the bit you want to hook onto when you're using a notch decoder, but he uses a bloody pick. I'm like, how bloody wide are these American keyways? Yeah, ridiculous. So yeah, so that's how it works. That's how you find the flat spots. Very interesting. I wish I could put this back together. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. It was worth it to find out how it works. That's what I like to do. I like to find out how things work. Very cool. Very, very cool. I don't know if I explained that well, but hopefully you get it, because I can't put it back together to show it again. Anyhow, so you know what? You know what I think is happening? Let's go to my tool. I think what's happening is when you put the tool in, the tool comes here. Can you even see that? Here instead of onto the plastic bit there. Because there's not a lot of room there. The tolerance is very tight. So, because when I put my decoder tool in, like I'm pretty sure it just goes in here, and that's what stops it from turning eventually. And that's why you never feel the flat spot. Okay, so how do we get around that? I don't think you really can. I mean, there's not enough room to put it through. Yeah, so yeah, I think that's what's happening. So it goes through, it doesn't go onto the wheel, it goes onto that little bit there. How interesting. At least we know now how these all fit together. Very cool. Very cool. Not the longest fuck video. God damn it. Keep trying to make these into shorts that are less than 3 minutes, but whatever.